Hey, what's going on, folks? This is Dimitri back again in the car. So, that's pretty much the only place I can record it right now, but that's not the point. The point is, the one I wanted to bring you today, the topic is what's going on in the market. And I thought about it, and I think it's going to be a good influx or like input in terms of the financial prosperity, financial education, wealth tips, money tips, all that good jazz. So, what do we think about it? What's going on in the market? Things like that. So, and it would be very good to see what's going on, how we can react on that, and what does it mean to us in terms of our prosperity, our financial education, and things like that. So, Bitcoin, right? The rise and fall. Actually, that's pretty much good. The rise and fall, but continuation. So, right now, yeah, we pretty much all know that we're in the position, we're like, well, not we, but economy is in the position there where it's very problematic. Gas prices going up, just in general prices just skyrocket and do some crazy. Because I checked the market on the real estate a little bit. So seriously, literally a week ago, the prices in the location where I live right now here, they were basically 1 week they were like 100k, like 200k above the normal stuff, the normal prices. But right now and then week later they decided to go back like 100k again. It's just wow, it's just amazing. But anyway, so we all know there's a lot of stuff going on. So and let's just not lose the side of things on why this is happening. So there was a lot of money printing because of COVID. There's a lot of influxes in there. There's also embargoes to countries and whatnot. So the things going on in the countries. So the trading and the economy just got suffered in the recent days and weeks and months. So we all know about it. We know why is it happening. But hey, what's the Bitcoin doing and all that? It's not super related to that. Well, you would be surprised how it is now. How it is actually. So what is the Bitcoin? So let's just knuckle this down. What's going on? What's happening? Why we need to know about it? What does it presents itself to us? And then what we're gonna do. So Bitcoin, right? A digital currency that is digital currency. So what do you think about it when you think about Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin is a usual digital asset, so to speak. And I'm sorry for the noise. For you experiencing that, I got this picture next to me and driving. But yeah, so if you think about it, it's a digital asset. It's not tangible. You cannot touch it, you cannot see it, you cannot even smell it. You can look at it through a computer of yours and whatever you use as a window to internet and the World Wide Web. But anyhow, so it's a digital asset. What does it look like? So yeah, it's basically a bunch of bits and pieces, like in cyberspace. But in a nutshell, it's basically an internet version or digital version of the money. How it came about? Well, there's a lot of things going on, and a lot of debate on who actually began it. There's one guy, that Japanese guy, who they kind of came about to be a singular guy and the father of that. But that's not the point. The point is, what is it? Like, what's the distinguishing character about that thing? And why do people use it usually? So, yeah, it's basically digital currency. Came about as a privatized asset or privatized digital currency. So meaning that, yeah, it's not backed up by the government. So, and that's why it's a little bit wishy-washy situation where, yeah, there's not a lot of interest in that. But what's the plus in there? What do we see in the plus situation? Well, the plus is it's not government regulated. Well, yeah, it's two sides of the same coin. Well, two sides of the same coin. But what's the good thing about it? well, it's good and bad, right? No regulations, no regulations. So the good part about no regulations, well, it's speed, the time thing, the time wise. So it's very, very faster in terms of processing, in terms of sending it to other person, things like that. So again, as it's not regulated, there is no checks and balances about it, which is a little bit shady. Sounds to like from to sound like. Yeah, yes, and yes. So there's a lot of things like that that can be like negotiable and subject to an argument. So, but what's the bad thing about this? Well, or good things or bad things. So the rise and fall, and the topic of this video is that. But how's it looking bad? Well, see, the appeal is that in the digital currency is that, again, it's like privatized and it's tangible. It's not tangible and it's faster in processing. So you can see the appeal that why people gravitate towards it, why people go to that. So obviously there are risks involved in that, and there are a bunch of them, like recent development. There are big companies, and I don't want to name the names, but if you Google like big companies in the Bitcoin space, you can see like there's, hey, this company just decided to hold on the Bitcoin processing, the target, or things like that. They hold on the transaction or something like this nature. So see, private, pretty much that company can do whatever they want. Or if they break into, or like some unfortunate circumstance happen, like password get leaked or whatever, what have you, so obviously company will not be super liable about that to return your money. But yet again, so we need to determine that, and that's very, very unknown situation there. Let's just put it, it's a very gray area where it actually can happen. So with that in mind, it fall really hard like this I think not today, but today I think actually. So what it was 30 something, like the index was 30,000, and then what is it right now, 23, like just something like that, or the money wise, the accumulation there. Man, this is hard. That hit hard, and I feel my heart goes out for people who in the environment where they at right now, where they invested at the peak. Oh man, guys. Yeah. So, but yet again, so would the predictions and would the markets go up, and then would they bounce back in the Bitcoin? Well, think about this. Yes, interestingly enough, the Bitcoin at the back in the history wise, it wasn't very attractive concept, and we discussed it already. So as we kind of did a very crude example and very black and white kind of example, what it is, what is it, what are we eating with, stuff like that. So it comes to mind. So okay, so I got this digital thingy that looks cool, feels cool. It has one perk, and that's one perk, and it was like the fastness and the speed of the transfer. I can see the tangible looking thing is the one perk there. That's one of the biggest tangible things there, right? Another thing I could see is that it's anonymous. You cannot see, you don't know who sent it to you. And one thing is good, yeah, it's really we don't care or things like that. But from a security standpoint, it's kind of a no-no. You do not want to know who sent it to you, because at the end of the day, obviously if it's a black market or whatever, what have you, bad guys will be welcoming it. But again, we're not a bad guys club, so that's what I'm saying. So at least from the security standpoint, it's a little bit shady again. So there are a lot of pluses, there are a lot of advantages to have a Bitcoin, but yet again, there's a lot of canceling cons that they kind of, well, they're not really canceled out, but they pretty much there as well, as you think about a lot of things. But So there's the one really good perk is that it's very fast in transaction wise, meaning that it can be sent faster, so you don't need to wait like 5 weeks or like 5 days or a week or so or what have you to get a confirmation. But it would be just a week, or not a week, it's just a day, really. Well, maybe max 2 days, depending on the amount of money that you are transferring through that. Meaning that you will buy Bitcoin, for example, and the example would be, so how you would just transfer money? Well, you would buy a Bitcoin as an asset, as like a stock or what have you, buy it, you send that over, and then basically the recipient would be selling that thing, right? So you would sell it, you will acquire the amount of money that would sell, and things like that. So it's sort of like exchange type of deal. But there we go. So is it good? Is it bad? Well, you let me know in the comments below. But again, the rise and fall, the fall of the Bitcoin today was shocking, and I really didn't see why would that be, really, because it's not really backed up by anything, unless the interests have fall off from the people's perspective on that. They just start selling it out and whatever. They just wanted to get their money back from in terms of the investments. But yet again, so because it's not really depending upon any resources, so to speak, like a trading wise. I didn't see a lot of trading options. I didn't see a lot of companies taking that currency as a basis of their currency making. So yeah, that was B3. So I hope you guys learned something from that video. Like and subscribe down below, let me know what you guys think about Bitcoins in general. Is it a good investment? Is it a bad investment? Do you see the future Bitcoin being with us or not? Or any other coins? There's Ethereum, there's a bunch of other ones. So let me know in the comments below, guys. See you guys later. I am out. Hope you guys liked that video. Enjoy, like, subscribe. See you guys later.